What's up, guys? It's Josh back with another video, and today I want to show you guys a cool alternative to Linktree called Littlelink. So let's get to it. So as I stated in the intro of the video, I want to talk about a small application that you can install on your web server. And it's actually not an application, it's just some web files that you can put in a web directory and host your own Linktree website. And it's not really Linktree, it's its own application or its own name called Littlelink and littlelinks.io. And I'll put the link down in the description of the video for Littlelink. That way you guys can check it out. But let's hop over to the GitHub page so you can check this out with me. And like I said, it's a cool alternative. You can pretty much build your own Linktree site. And I know it's a lot of content creators out there. When you go to their websites, a lot of times they'll have a main link that you'll click on, and it'll bring up all those different links to all the social media sites that they're on. And I believe when you set one of those up, you have to pay. And when it comes to microservices, you know, you don't know how much you're paying until you start seeing all that stuff adding up in your account as you're paying for all these different microservices. So I always look for alternatives that are free and open source that you guys can check out and use in the place of these sites that cost a little bit of money. So like I said, let's hop over to the GitHub page. I'm gonna show you guys the actual application, and then we'll get started, and I'll show you guys how to actually install it on your web server right fast. So boom, so we are at the website for the GitHub page for Littlelink, and like I stated, the link will be down in the description of the video for you guys to go follow along with me as well. But as you can see, the about states a lightweight DIY alternative to services like Linktree and many.link. And so it'll replace that. The only downfall to using something like this is you have to understand a little bit of HTML, or at least be able to read it to make changes, because it gives you the template. Everything is there for you. You just have to make the changes to it, which requires you understanding how to read HTML and a little bit of CSS if you want to make more changes to it. But pretty much this is all the files. It was actually created by a guy named Seth Cottle, and you can check it out. They got pictures, they got different themes that you can, you know, set for the actual site. And of course I use the dark theme because I set this up for my own Littlelink server, and I'll show you guys that once we get to the point of actually installing it, which is not that difficult to do. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to at least cover what it all does. And as you can see, you have options to set all your links for your different social media sites. So, you know, Discord, your GitHub page, your Twitter, you know, Snapchat, all the links to all of your stuff, you know, in one location. And that's one of the benefits of using, you know, one of those Linktree things. And I was looking for this. That's how I ran across this. I was looking for a way to set up something similar to Linktree, but I didn't want to pay for it, and I don't even know if it has a cost for it, but it probably has extra features, you know what I'm saying? And I also don't want to give these people my information, and all the information, you know, to all my social media is all in one location. This is on a server that I manage, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm big on privacy, and so, and I know it's kind of hypocritical to have all these different social media sites or be on them, you know what I'm saying, especially when they have all your information as well. But this just one less company that you're not giving all your information to, you know, signing up for by using something like this. But it covers a little more. Like I said, it has themes. I set the dark theme, like some CSS stuff that you can modify as well. And then they have a couple different ways to install it. Figma, I'm not sure what that is. I never used that before. But one thing I noticed, there's a YouTuber that I follow called Techno Tim, and I started following him about a year ago. because I was setting up my home server and I wanted to use an application called Proxmox. And he does a lot of videos on Proxmox. That's how I found him and subscribed to his channel. You know, he covers a lot to do with Docker, Proxmox, you know, and so he helped me set up my home lab at the house using Proxmox by watching his video. So I definitely want to give him a shout out. So check out his channel, you know, definitely. And he also created a Docker image or a Docker compose file that allow you to set up one of these servers in Docker. So check, he has a video linked right there, so just go down and check him out. And he basically cloned this and created his own Docker image for you guys. And then a person named Drew too, I didn't look him up, and then some more information about it or whatever. And then of course, with any free and open source application, I always tell you guys to support. So support this application if you can. You know what I'm saying? Every little dollar helps or whatever, because these guys put in a lot of time and effort to maintain projects like this. So definitely want to, you know, shout them out and get you guys to try to donate to those organizations or these developers of these applications. Now let's hop over to my server because I want to show you guys how to get this thing set up right fast. Now, before I switch over, I want to show you guys how to download the repository. Basically, all you have to do is copy the link. So just click down the down arrow on the code, hit copy on the actual Git link, and then we can switch over to our terminal and download the actual Git repository. And I'm already logged into my web server and I already have everything set up for this server. So if you need help setting up a web server, I have created videos on setting up a LAMP stack, and this is ran in Linux. So Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. The only port of that we need is the Linux and Apache port in order to set this link site up. Because as I stated, it only uses HTML and CSS. And all we have to do is type git clone and then paste our link in there right fast and press enter. And like I said, it'll clone that repository down into its own folder. And if we type ls, we'll be able to see that we have that link, that Littlelink folder there. So we're good to go. And let's cd into that directory right fast so you can see what's all in it right fast. Press enter and let's ls-la, boom. That way we can list out everything that's in there. You got your Git files, you got your license and your readme.md, and then this is basically the website right here. So you got your CSS folder, which contains your CSS, and then your images folder, which is most likely the base images for this site, and then you have your index.html. That's pretty much the website right there. It's very small. One thing about it, you don't have to worry about a big content management system that could potentially get hacked. You know what I'm saying? So it's just some base HTML files and CSS as a base website like we used to have back in the 90s or early 2000s. Now, once you have this folder downloaded, all you have to do is copy your CSS directory and that image directory as well as the index.html to your directory that's set up for the website on there. Now I already have this website set up, so I won't go through doing that, but basically I'll show you guys how to do it. So you can basically go sudo copy, and then we could do a periods and a / and then the store, and that's for all the files in there. And all we want to do, we want to capture everything that has CS. We want to capture all the files and folders, which is fine. You could go in and delete those other ones if you don't want them there, like the git folder or the git ignore folder and the license md, your readme, you know, all that stuff. If you want to delete that, you can. I recommend you put it there and leave it on your server, which is fine. It's not going to hurt anything, but so you can just copy pretty much everything and then copy that to your site directory. So var www, and then I already have it installed on my keep it techie.net directory, so I have those files in there. And what I don't want to do is overwrite them because I've already made changes to them. I don't want to go through and mess up my files that are already there that are created. So we're gonna back out of that and not actually run this command, because like I said, all my files are there. And then I'll show you the site once it's done. But what we're gonna do is just run sudo nano, and then we're gonna look at the index.html, because once you copy it over, this is the only file you need to touch in order to modify it. So let's go down and open it up right fast. And basically what I want to do is just walk you guys through what is all in this file. And just to show you how easy this is, basically if you look down here, a lot of this stuff can be changed. So if we go into like where it says little links, we could change that to, let's say, keep it techie. You could put your description in there, you know, this information, the content for that. And then the author, you can put your name in there. You can go through and change pretty much all of that. And that's the thing, you got to understand HTML a little bit. It's pulling links from the Google API, the fonts, I'm sorry, but each area is broken up by the actual title. So it's page information, mobile specific, meta. You could change that information, the fonts. Everything is documented very well through here. Here's your CSS, style sheets. You can leave that normalized. Here are the themes. So this is what I was talking about, the themes. You can go through and change the themes, and all you have to do is specify the theme that you want. So they have auto, which that's what it's set on right now. But if you want the light one to always be light, no matter what the user's preferences is within the browser, it'll always show that light theme. And then auto, it'll change based on the settings of the user that's viewing the site. Like I said, I put the dark theme on, so you could just change this right here to the exact same thing right here. So all we have to do is change that dark, that auto to dark, and you're good to go. And then down here, let's see, that's another style sheet. It says brands, favicon. So if you want to change that up, which I suggest you do. And one thing I found, I use my Twitter. I'm never going to delete my Twitter, so I use the link of my Twitter account. So you can go to your Twitter page, click on your profile picture from your profile, right click on it and copy image link, and then paste that in here, and that'll pull that image down. Here we go. So primary page layout, so you could mess around with this if you want to, margins, you know, all that good stuff. And then like I said, it's documented very well. So getting started with Littlelink, you can go through this and read all this. I'm not gonna read it all because it's kind of cut off, because there's no page wrap, you know, obviously in Nano. So it's difficult to actually show you guys, but it's, like I said, it's documented very well. So here's your images. And before we get into this portion, let me switch back over to my browser so I can show you guys what it actually looks like before you make changes to it. And let's go up here and type in keep it techie.net and press enter. And I believe my cert may be messed up right now, so let's just ignore that and hit proceed. But you guys can go to this and check it out for yourself. But this is what it actually looks like before you make changes to it. It basically puts everything in here for you. You know what I'm saying? They got the images and all that good stuff. You know, that's how it looks. You know, before you make changes, you could put your image, and that's what I meant by image when I was talking about changing an image. You can put an image right here from your Twitter profile, and that'll populate it right here. Also up here, your favicon, that's one thing I covered, favicon. And then, you know, you could change the title. That was that title text, and I'll show you guys once I put the edited file back into place. But yeah, you can make changes and then link all that stuff. And as you can see right now, it's not linked to anything. If you look down at the bottom left of the web page, you'll see how it has that pound or hashtag symbol after the user account, after the website. I mean, it's gonna just redirect you back to here. So none of these links will work, but that's the way it comes by default. Now let's switch back over to the terminal so we can see where all this stuff is. So if you see right here, Littlelink and then also this image, and all this stuff is in order. Obviously, that's the way, you know, HTML is written anyway. But you'll see this in order. So let's switch back to the terminal right fast. Boom. And as you can see, this is that image. So that's that Littlelink logo. That's where that image is. So all you have to do is modify this and add your link to your Twitter page. So you can add that there as well. And then, like I said, the title, how it had the title up there, little links. Then you got your short bio, which was that short text right under your name on the page. And then if you go down here, this is the A attributions. So basically it breaks it all down, what you want those links to have. And they're all just basically a repeat. So if you remember from the website we was just looking at, you got your GitHub, and like I said, it's well documented. So your GitHub, Twitter, and it breaks down each one of them where those image files are saved, because those image files are in that image directory. That's how it's pulling those images into it, that image directory that we copied over as well. So, and then all you have to do is go right here to your link area, put the link to your page. So if you find your Twitter account, just back that off and put https:// and then twitter.com and then / keep it techie, and you can go over there and just copy it and paste it in there, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll show your Twitter, you know, image, you know, right here, twitter.svg, and then the Twitter logo, you know, all that good stuff, all the information about it, you know what I'm saying? So simple HTML, and it goes all the way down to the bottom, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of them in here, and you can look through the image directory once you have it on your server, and you can see all the images that are there. And that's basically all you're doing right there. And once you finish it, you can remove certain text, like they have links to their littlelink.io. You can modify that as well. And like I said, when something is open source, you're free to modify, you know, the code as much as you want. So but that's pretty much it, you know what I'm saying, for your Littlelink server. And like I said, it's not that difficult to modify. Now let's go back to keepittechie.net. Hopefully the DNS is updated, or actually the site has updated with the proper HTML file that I made changes to, so you guys can see the finished product. So let's go down and close out this file. And like I said, once you make your changes, you know, then save that file in that location. And one thing what I do is I make all my modifications on my main system, and then upload that HTML file to the server into that location, overwriting the original HTML file. So that's something to think about as well, you can do. So I'm gonna hit no on saving this because I already have a backup of it, which is super simple. All right, cool. So we got this thing updated. Let's go down and refresh the page, and it should show, yeah, that shows all my changes that I made to it. So I pretty much went through, deleted a lot of the options that are there, or the links that are there that are not needed for what I wanted. I just needed my YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, GitHub, as well as Facebook, you know, Discord, and Patreon. So, and I modified this thing, made it look how I wanted it to look on my server. And right now, like I said, the cert is messed up because I had to reactivate this Apache site. And so certbot is running in the background, and it'll update the cert later on this evening whenever it runs. I know it runs like twice a day, so I should get a new cert installed on this server for this website. So when you go to it later on, when this video is up, you shouldn't see this not secure thing, which it doesn't matter. It's just HTML. You're not submitting payments or anything on this site, but I do have it secure. I do have a SSL cert on it, so it should be good to go once you actually look at it, if you go look at the site. And then let's switch back to the terminal right fast. I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like after you make changes to it. So let's sudo nano HTML. And what I did was I copied and made a backup of my file that I had edited, and put the file that gets downloaded from the GitHub page in the place of it, so you guys can see what it looks like before I made changes. But if you look through this thing, we'll see a whole bunch of changes to it. And actually, it doesn't look like we do right now. I may have to, yeah, that's not showing it right. Oh, and I'm looking at the wrong directory. So if we go cd var www and then keepitechie.net and then press enter, and then let's sudo nano index.html, press enter, and now you can see the changes. So like I said, I went through and changed and updated all my information, added some more meta properties. So mine is a little bit more confusing, but I'll put a link down to the copy that I use. So if you want to use it, you can as well. I'll allow you guys to download it. I'll put it on my GitHub page so you guys can actually play around with it. But like I said, I put, you know, all my links in here, and that's basically the changes. As you can see, it's shortened. It's a whole lot shortened. And I also took out a lot of those comments because they're not needed for, you know, what I'm trying to do. I kind of understand what to do with it because I understand a little bit of HTML. But once you get it to the point where you understand it, you can just delete some of those comments out because they just kind of take up space. But pretty much, let's we can go down and close it now. But that's pretty much how you set up Littlelink. You know what I'm saying? It's not that difficult of a website to actually set up, and I definitely want you guys to check it out. Like I said, the link will be down in the description to Littlelink. It's definitely a great little website, so you don't have to pay, you know, for those microservices, you know what I'm saying, and you also maintain a little bit of your privacy by not putting your information on yet another website that you have out here. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any questions, definitely leave comments down in the comments below. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, go down and check out my Patreon. I also have the membership turned on, so if you guys want to become a member of the channel, that's definitely great. And everything you guys donate into the channel, you know, goes right back into the channel. So you guys are helping me keep things running here at Keep It Techie Studios. I'm joking, guys. I don't have no studio. But I definitely appreciate you guys coming through, and I hope you guys have a good day. And of course, keep it techie.